Hey, beautiful people, welcome back to our channel and thank you so much for joining today. If this is your first time here, please do not forget to like our video and also subscribe to our YouTube channel so that when I post the next video, you would be the first to watch. Thank you so much for understanding. So today's video, I'm going to be talking about studies in Norway in 2024. But if you didn't know, Norway is going to be starting its application portal or portals for you to apply, or university portals in Norway would be opening very soon, and that is going to be around the month of early October. Each year, Norway, in the past couple of years, Norway has always been taking in application from October 1st to the 1st of December. Some universities will go up to the end of December, while others will take effect from January and others in February. And again, you should know that, or you can recall that Norway used to be tuition fee, like tuition free. All right. That is to say, if you gain an admissions to Norway, all you needed to do was to show that you have money in an account which was called blocked account, and you apply for your visa and you move to Norway. The money used to be 13,000 US dollars, but right now as I speak to you, things are different. But before I elaborate, if you didn't know, my name is Milton, and please welcome to our platform. So today's video, I'm going to be talking about requirements to study in Norway. I'm going to be talking about some information about tuition fee. I will equally touch application timeline, and I will talk about visa application, and of course I will talk about some universities that you need to pay attention to. Now, like I said, Norway has introduced tuition fee, and as an international student, before you apply for October 2023 or in October 2023 against October or September 2024, because schools usually start in Norway from August, September, right? Note that if you are going to be applying from October this year, November, December, or even January, because like I told you, there are some schools that receive applications in January in Norway, which you are going to get them in a bit. You will start studies the next year, August upwards. You should consider tuition fee because, like I said, Norwegian universities have asked for tuition fee from international students. So, well, they said they were going to cancel it out, but which I do not think it is true. Now, let's take a look at the requirements that you can use to study in Norway. If you want to apply for universities in Norway, universities include, let's talk about the schools now before I come back to the requirement. There is a popular school in Oslo called the University of Oslo. You have Norwegian University of Life Sciences. You have Norwegian University of Science and Technology. You have the University of Stavanger. You have the University of Bergen. You have Norway University, and of course the University of Tromsø. And there are a lot of them. Okay, I didn't name all of them, so you can do more research. I will try to put some links in the video description box. These are some of the schools that international students can study. Remember, before it was just public university or state universities that you could apply for as an international student and study for free. But right now, there is an introduction of tuition fee. I will be bringing more updates about some schools and the tuition fee involved and the programs involved. And you also need to understand that different programs in Norwegian state universities and let me say different faculties or different universities have different tuition fee per programs, right? And when you gain admissions, you have to pay a tuition deposit, point number one. Point number two, you have to put some money in your blocked account, which will be given by the school definitely. And of course, before you apply for your study visa to Norway. I will talk more about that in the coming weeks, okay? Now, let's go back to the requirements. For you to study in Norway, what do you need? As a bachelor's degree student who is moving to Norway or who wants to move to Norway, you need to have your basic high school qualifications. Your WAEC certificate if you're coming from Nigeria, your WASI if you're a Ghanaian, and other nationalities equally use WASI, while others also use WAEC like Nigerians. Then those with baccalaureate examinations or certificates like those from Cameroon, of course, you can equally study in Norway. Ordinary levels and advanced level holders can study in Norway as well, but their results must be somehow very good. If you want to grade it, it should be on at least 65% on 70. Okay, so your results will be good for you to stand out. These are the basic requirements. Now, some universities may go ahead to ask you for a copy of a motivation letter. Others may equally ask you for a CV, while others will ask you for an English proficiency. Now, in this case, the accepted versions, or let me say the two that are accepted in Norway, is a test of English as a foreign language, which is the TOEFL score, and most schools will accept 70 marks. All right, that's 70 on TOEFL. And another one is the IELTS exam. Some schools will ask for 6, some will ask for 6.5 and above on 9. Duolingo in some schools is not accepted, guys. I will not even advise you to take Duolingo. Yes, a lot of students will want to go for Duolingo because it is cheap and affordable and something like that, but do not use it for Norway. I will not advise you to write Duolingo in case you are applying to Norwegian universities. Please pay attention to this. So these are the requirements for English. Some schools may ask for recommendation letters, but I don't really think so. There is also an application form when applying to Norwegian schools. Please put this into consideration, and of course, no application fee. The popular application website is called Sonax Web. All right, that is the site you are going to enter there to pick your schools and of course start your application process. And in most universities, when you are doing this application process, please do not forget that as soon as you've put in your details, then you upload the documents. There is no submit button. You cannot submit the application. As soon as you put in the documents, it goes directly to the institution or to the necessary website. There is no submit button on Sonax Web. So you should put this into consideration. These are some of the requirements. Then when it comes to tuition fee now, like I explained to you earlier on, most programs have different tuition fee. Some universities are expensive than others, and some programs charge differently. So you need to understand bachelor's programs in some schools is not, let me say, some schools bachelor's degree programs are not the same as their master's programs, like the University of Tromsø. Okay, then you also need to understand that most schools in Norway will not teach you in English language at the bachelor's level, but there are still some schools that you can study in English at bachelor's degree level, like the University of Oslo, I guess. Yes, and another university called Norway University. Norway University actually have bachelor's degree programs in English, and like biology, I think biology, chemistry, fisheries, and something like that. So they do have English programs. All right, they do. If you're a science student, that is preferable because they have a lot of science programs. There are other schools like maybe the University of Stavanger, they do as well. So you can check them all. And tuition fee is going to vary from school to school, program to program, and department to department. So please put this into consideration. Application timeline. When you apply for schools in Norway from October, because normally most application begins from October, it will take you November, December, January, February, March. Some schools will start giving early results in April. By the 1st of April, you will start getting your results if you are admitted or not. So that is how it takes. But some schools you are going to only apply from November. Some you are only going to apply from December. Some January, like the University of Stavanger. So for those of you who are looking into economics, management programs, business administration, I think you should be looking at the University of Stavanger. They are very good and equally have programs related to this. I'm going to fish out some of the programs from various universities and bring to you so that you can check it very well. That is the application timeline for most universities, but at all, you will always get a reply from like end of March, early April, late April, early May maximum. So that, remember, when you get an admissions offer, you have to accept the offer. Then when you accept the offer, you are now telling the school that you are going to come and study in Norway. Now you have to make a deposit in case there is a deposit, because as it stands right now, you have to pay tuition deposit before you can apply for a study visa. I hope you understand. After that, you are done with admissions. Now is visa application. Remember, for you to apply for a visa, you must fulfill all conditions. All right, all your documents must be ready to apply for the visa. All your educational credentials, your payment receipts, if in case bank statement, and of course, which is going to be the blocked account, because the school is going to give you an account to transfer the money inside. Right? Yes. tuition fee deposit payment receipts must be available. Then maybe proof of accommodation must be available, and of course other documentation. So you have to submit this for visa application. But trust me, the visa for Norway doesn't take time. All right, so all you need to do is to work on your budget, and if you have the necessary budget, why not? Before you know, the twinkle of an eye, you will be in Norway. It is very accessible. So guys, this is something you need to put into consideration. And also understand that Norway is found in the northern hemisphere, that is in the tropics. All right, it is one of the Scandinavian countries, very cold. So you have to prepare yourself in case you have to migrate to Norway. It is found in the north. You already know now, Norway and all those other areas, they are very cold. Sweden and all the rest, Iceland. So but cold shouldn't be a barrier, right? Cold should not be a barrier. If you have the money and you think that you can move, of course you can move. You move, because in Norway you are going to work part-time and the money is somehow good. Of course, you are going to spend more. Accommodation is expensive. It depends on the type of accommodation you get anyways, but know that you are going to make more money. All right, in Norway minimum wage is very high, so of course you are going to earn more, though you will spend more, but you will make more. So it's not a big deal. For those who are interested in geosciences, Norway is good. Petroleum, those in the petroleum area, you can move to Norway. Norway is very rich in oil resources, all right, or in petroleum products. So you can equally consider Norway. And if you think that you cannot go to Norway, why not? There are other affordable countries that you can immigrate to, and of course before you know, you make a living from there. So these are all the details you need to put into consideration. Until we meet again in another video. Peace.